Stop freezing when you speak. Think about it. Why does your mind go completely blank the second you need to talk to a native speaker? You understand this podcast perfectly. You can watch English movies with subtitles easily. But when you try to say a simple sentence, your mouth muscles lock up. It feels like there is a wall between your brain and your tongue. Today we are going to tear down that wall. We are not doing boring grammar exercises. Instead, I am going to hand you a highly tactical 15-minute daily system called the shadowing habit. And because we have 30 minutes together, we are not just going to talk about it. We are going to practice it together live right now. I have designed this practice session specifically for AI streaming, which means every single phrase will be repeated 2 times naturally. You don't need to touch your screen, you don't need to press pause, and you don't need to stop the audio. Just listen, absorb, and shadow along with my voice as I repeat each chunk. Let's start with the hard truth. Why does this freezing happen? Let me explain something very important about your brain. Your brain has 2 databases for language. The first one is your passive vocabulary. These are the words, phrases, and grammar rules you recognize when you hear them or read them. For most of you listening right now, your passive vocabulary is huge. You probably know thousands of English words. That's why you can understand me so easily. But then we have the second database, your active vocabulary. These are the words that your brain can retrieve instantly, push to your mouth, and speak out loud without thinking. Here is the problem. For most intermediate learners, the active vocabulary database is very small. So when you try to speak, your brain has to search through thousands of passive words, try to translate them, form a perfect sentence, and then send it to your mouth. That search engine takes too long. That is why you pause, stammer, and eventually freeze. So, how do we transfer words from the passive shelf to the active shelf? We do it by training the physical connection between your ears, your brain, and your vocal cords. This is not a mental problem, it's a physical habit. Speaking a language is like playing the piano or shooting a basketball. It is muscle memory. And the fastest way to build English muscle memory is a technique called shadowing. Eric, so what exactly is shadowing? Think of a shadow. When you walk down the street, your shadow follows you. It copies every move you make, almost at the exact same time. Shadowing in language learning is exactly that. You listen to a native speaker and you repeat what they say almost instantly. Usually with a delay of just a fraction of a second. You are not waiting for the sentence to finish. You are copying their voice, their rhythm, their pauses, and their pronunciation in real time. Now I know what you might be thinking. Eric, isn't that too hard? I can't speak that fast. Don't worry. Most people fail at shadowing because they try to shadow fast, complex native conversations on their very first day. That is like going to the gym and trying to lift 100 kilograms on day 1. You'll just hurt yourself and quit. That's why my approach is designed specifically for intermediate learners. We start slow. We break the sentences into small word blocks, or what we call chunks. We master the rhythm, and only then do we speed up. The benefits are clear. First, there is no translation. Second, you internalize native rhythm. Third, you build pure muscle memory. When you shadow, you completely bypass the translation step in your brain. Your vocal cords are mimicking the sounds directly. You begin to feel how English words link together. You start to realize where native speakers naturally breathe, where they drop their pitch, and which words they stress. Let's break down the exact 15-minute routine you need to do every day for the next 30 days to make this automatic. This is your 15-minute daily blueprint. I want you to memorize these 3 steps. You can do this with any episode of Chill Chat English, or any audio where the speaker talks clearly. Step 1. The listening and mapping phase. This takes 5 minutes. Before you open your mouth, you must listen, but you are not listening passively. You are listening to map the sentence. Where does the speaker pause? Which words are louder or longer? For example, if the sentence is, I really want to improve my English speaking skills, does the speaker say every word with the same energy? No. They will likely say, I really want to improve my English speaking skills. In your mind, you map those stressed words. Step 2, the slow copying phase. This takes another 5 minutes. In this phase, you repeat the chunks slowly, paying close attention to your mouth movements. Are you opening your mouth wide enough? Are you putting your tongue in the right position for the L or R sounds? You do this until the words feel comfortable in your mouth. Step 3, the pure shadow phase. This is the final 5 minutes. This is the ultimate test. You play the audio at a natural pace, and without pausing, you speak along with the speaker. You try to merge your voice with theirs. If they rise in pitch, you rise. If they whisper, you whisper. If they laugh, you laugh. It sounds simple, right? But doing this consistently for 15 minutes a day will do more for your speaking fluency than studying grammar rules for 3 hours a day. I promise you. But as your coach, I don't just want to give you the theory. Let's do our live, continuous practice session right now. I have prepared 3 high-frequency, real-world conversational chunks. We are going to practice each chunk step by step, and I will repeat each step 2 times so you can follow me smoothly without pausing the video. Let's train. All right, let's look at chunk number 1. This is a phrase we use all the time when we want to express our opinion safely in a conversation. To be completely honest with you, I haven't really thought about it that way. First, let's break this down into the first small block. To be completely honest with you. In real English, to be is very fast and soft. It sounds like TB, and honest is where the energy goes. Let's train this first block. I am going to say it twice. The first time, just listen. The second time, shadow along with me out loud. Let's go. To be completely honest with you. To be completely honest with you. Excellent. Now let's look at the second block of this sentence. I haven't really thought about it that way. Notice how thought about it links together. It sounds like one word, thought about it. The T in thought connects to the A in about. Let's train this second block twice. Listen first, then speak with me. I haven't really thought about it that way. I haven't really thought about it that way. Fantastic job. Now, let's put the entire sentence together. We are going to shadow the whole chunk twice at a natural, comfortable speed. Speak along with me, matching my rhythm. To be completely honest with you, I haven't really thought about it that way. To be completely honest with you, I haven't really thought about it that way. You are doing amazing. Your vocal cords are already running through those sounds much more smoothly. Let's move to chunk number 2. This is a very common phrase we use when we want to show someone that we completely understand their stressful situation. I totally get where you're coming from, and it sounds incredibly stressful. Let's break down the first half. I totally get where you're coming from. The emotional energy goes to totally and coming. Also, where you're slides together naturally to sound like where you're. Let's train this first half twice. Listen, then speak. I totally get where you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from. Perfect. Now let's look at the second half. And it sounds incredibly stressful. Make sure to emphasize the word incredibly to show real empathy. Let's train this second half twice. And it sounds incredibly stressful. And it sounds incredibly stressful. Wonderful. Now, let's merge the two halves into one complete, natural sentence. We will speak it twice continuously. Ride the rhythm of my voice. I totally get where you're coming from. And it sounds incredibly stressful. I totally get where you're coming from. And it sounds incredibly stressful. How did that feel? Did your tongue get a little tied? That is completely normal. It means your mouth muscles are actively building new physical pathways. Let's look at our final chunk, number 3. This is a brilliant transition phrase for sharing an idea or giving a presentation at work. The point I'm trying to make is that we need a more sustainable plan. Let's break down the first block. The point I'm trying to make. Notice that the T in point is almost silent. It's a stop T. It sounds like the points I'm trying to make. Let's train this first block twice. The point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make. Excellent. Now, let's do the second half. Is that we need a more sustainable plan. The key vocabulary word here is sustainable. Make sure to pronounce every syllable clearly. Sustainable. Let's train this second half twice. Is that we need a more sustainable plan. Is that we need a more sustainable plan. Now let's put the entire professional transition chunk together. We will shadow this twice at a natural, business-ready speed. Follow my voice. The point I'm trying to make is that we need a more sustainable plan. The point I'm trying to make is that we need a more sustainable plan. You did it. That was a complete round of the CCE continuous shadowing training. My friend, what we just did today is the secret key to fluency. But here is the thing. Doing it once won't change your life. Reading one page of a book doesn't make you smart. Going to the gym for one day doesn't make you fit. It is consistency that creates magic. Here is my tactical challenge to you. Every single day, for the next 30 days, I want you to spend just 15 minutes shadowing. You can open any episode of Chill Chat English, play a 5-minute section, and follow our 3 steps. 1. Map the sounds for 5 minutes. 2. Slowly copy the chunks for 5 minutes. 3. Shadow at a natural pace for 5 minutes. That's it. Just 15 minutes. You can do it while you are getting ready in the morning, while you are taking a walk, or right before you go to bed. And because this practice is designed to be fully continuous, you can replay this video every day and use our live training chapter as your daily 15-minute workout to help you stay accountable. I want you to use the comment section of this video as your daily tracking sheet. Every day you complete your 15 minutes, come back to this video and write, Day 1 done, Day 2 done, all the way to Day 30. I will personally be reading your comments, cheering you on, and replying to your progress. You are not doing this alone. We are a global community of learners, all pushing towards the same goal. Before I let you go today, I want to share a little piece of advice. Coach to student, please stop aiming for perfection. When you shadow, you will make mistakes. Your tongue will trip over words. You will mispronounce things. And you know what? That is exactly how it is supposed to be. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, your brain is learning. Every time your mouth feels tired, it means your speaking muscles are getting stronger. Be patient with yourself. Fluency is not about speaking perfect, advanced grammar. It is about expressing your thoughts comfortably, naturally, and with confidence. And you are fully capable of achieving that. Thank you so much for spending these 30 minutes with me today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who is also trying to improve their English. Do not forget your homework. Leave a comment below telling me which part of today's shadowing exercise was the most challenging for you, and start your Day 1 check-in. Take care of yourself, stay consistent, and I will see you in our next tactical session. Bye-bye!